Good evening, everybody. And yes, I am wearing sunglasses. I'll come on to that in just a second. But how is everybody doing? Welcome to Bite Size. If you are watching this live, thank you very much for tuning in live. Appreciate it. Already seeing the chat light up, which is great. So if you're watching this live, get your questions, comments, whatever you want to talk about, running related, non-running related. The fact that I'm wearing sunglasses and a Boston t-shirt, Boston Marathon t-shirt, stick it in there. We don't care anymore. We've got a really busy show because I really want to hear from you about something. I'm going to come on to that in just a second. But let me bring you up to speed with what's going on. Oh, by the way, if you're listening to this as a podcast, thank you very much. If you're listening to this as a podcast, we appreciate you taking us out on your run. This is part of the Long Run Show. It's like an extended sort of little brother to the main show, the award-winning Long Run Show that happens on a Friday at 7 o'clock. So this is our show that we talk about shoes, gear, kit, and basically anything else that you want to talk about, really. I don't care. This is a chance every week for me to hang out with you, whether you're a subscriber, channel member, Facebook group user, running club member, or just randomly found this on YouTube. That's awesome. Okay, right. So, reason for the sunglasses. We'll get into that first, shall we? And then we'll do all the admin first. So, the reason for the sunglasses is that I'm very happy to tell you guys tonight that I'm now officially part of the Sun God family, which is kind of cool. So, if you didn't know, I'll take them off now. I'm always wearing sunglasses. Now, the reason I'm always wearing sunglasses for two reasons. Firstly, I don't know about you, but I suffer really badly with allergies. And I seem to suffer throughout the whole year, even in the winter, so which is just madness. The reason I'm 90% of the time wearing sunglasses is because I'm trying to protect my eyes from allergies and things like that. Um, the other reason I wear them as well is to protect them when I'm running from like UV rays and things like that. So that's why I'm always running in sunglasses. I don't like also things going in them. I had an accident, I mean, 20, 30 years ago where something went in my eye. It was like some metal and stuff like that. So ever since then, I've always been a bit nervous about stuff, and I really prefer wearing them when I'm running to stop, like, because I run down the rivers and things, stuff going in my eyes. So that's why I'm always in sunglasses. Anyway, long story short, we've done a tie-up with Sun God, which is really cool. So they're the sunglasses that I wear anyway. So now we've done an official tie-up with Sun God. Anyway, so really proud and pleased to announce that to you guys tonight. So let me know in the comments if you're listening to this live, watching live. Let me know, is there a certain brand you wear? Maybe it's Gooder, maybe it's Oakley, maybe it's whatever. I like Sun God, and now this is nothing to do with the tie-up we've done with them. The reason I was choosing them beforehand is because it's that sort of step up in quality versus the Gooder ones. I just found the Gooder ones after a while, they got a bit wrecked, like the mirror would go a little bit, and I don't know, they just seem to go off a little bit. And also found that around here on my nose, I would really sweat with them and it would like fog up. I don't have that issue with the Sun God ones, and I really like the big wraparound ones. So that's why I've done that. And as I say, we've signed up with them. So that's good. So that's why I was wearing sunglasses and looking a bit silly to some inside. The other things this week, so we've got a lot of cool videos coming your way, actually. And one of the videos that is coming your way is the Hoka Mac X. I've sort of finished that up today, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on that. I'm also got, and now this is the key to this. Actually, no, let's do the firstly. Let's talk about this, which is the Brooks Now, I want to know from you. I'm holding up the Brooks trail shoe to the camera, by the way. I've got the Brooks Cascadia 17 that I'm holding up. Has anybody ever ran or run in a pair of these? Do you know where these sort of sit? I've never run in these trail shoes. The only Brooks trail shoes I've run in are the Catamount, which I really enjoy, by the way. So I'd like to know if anybody has got any of these. So let me know if you're a big fan of these or not. So they're going to get their debut tomorrow. So we'll see how they get on. But the guys at Brooks sent me them over. Firstly, I really like the colorway on them. They look kind of cool. And they do like this outfit. I wish they'd sent me the outfit as well, but they didn't. There was like this cool jacket that came with it. It looks like kind of groovy. But they didn't send it. If you go on there, Brooks Running UK Instagram, you'll see the coat I'm talking about. It's kind of cool. Probably costs about 100 grand. So that's that. Yes, we've got some cool videos coming out this week. Now, one of them, now this is where you guys now, because this is where this week you need to step up, right? So hopefully some of you guys already know how much I love Mr. Kafuzi, and it's actually bordering on harassment, to be honest with you. But he's done this cool thing that I didn't realize that I picked up on the other day, because he did it with Thomas from Believe in the Run in their live stream, and then he did it with Megan, and it's a most underrated and most underrated running shoes. Now I've jumped on that, and I've actually done a video that's going to come out. I think it may come out Wednesday. Don't shoot me if it doesn't, right? But I may, don't tell admin, but I may have gone a little bit over the top on some of the things I've said. I may have upset, or I may eventually upset some people on that video. So I'm just pre-warning everybody now to take a little bit, take it with a pinch of salt, right? Because in the edit, I realised I had to actually cut out one of the things because I'm thinking I am actually probably going to get in trouble for saying this. So I've gone a bit. Yeah, I've toned some of it down, but yeah, still. That's the most underrated and overrated. So while we're doing this show live, if you're listening or watching this live, get in the chat comment because we're going to come on to it. Your most underrated running shoe or your most overrated running shoe. Give you a clue. I had the most fun doing the overrated shoes, and I basically just hammered, well, a lot of people. So I'm going to get so much trouble for it. And I guarantee that there's one brand on there that will no longer send me any shoes. But you know what? You've got to say it how it is, isn't you? It is what it is, people. And I'm going to be putting a video out maybe this week or next week that I know also is going to upset another brand. It's almost quite funny that I'm doing it, to be honest with you, because I just don't care anymore. I just don't care. I'm wearing half tights. I'm running in no top. And I'm saying it how it is. If something's rubbish, I believe now, you've got to say it how it is. No watering it down. You've got to, just got to say it is. I've got to give good, honest consumer advice. I think that's what I'm here for. Who can remember Watchdog? If you can remember Watchdog, let me know if you're watching this live, because I'm like Watchdog for runners now. I've decided I'm keeping it real. So you've been warned. So let me know. Most underrated or most overrated shoe you feel or you think is currently out there. Let me know. So let's get into that today, because I think that'll be a lot of fun. And by the way, again, I am massively stealing this right from the main man, Mr. Kafuzi. So if you've not subscribed to his YouTube channel, make sure you're doing. If you're not listening to his podcast, make sure you're doing. If you haven't checked out his live stream, he does it 7 o'clock our time, UK time. Check that out as well. Okay, so just to get myself out of proper trouble. Well, I'll be honest with you, I'm going to be in trouble anyway. I think there's especially one brand that maybe get really upset, but whatever. And maybe one day I'll tell you the story of the brand, the shoe company. Or no, actually, it was more directed at a certain individuals that I had to take out of that video. Because right. So anyway, oh dear, fun and games, isn't it? Right, where's all your comments? Let's get into this. So thanks to everybody who's joining us live. We've got some of the usual faces in there. Bam, bam, Mark's in there. I'm gonna have to scroll right up to the top. I love it. Chuck's there, Ashley, Gav, Dawn, Mike, Seamus. Oh, Harriet's here. First ever live show. Thank you very much for joining us. Make sure if you can also tune in for Fridays. We love to have you along for Friday. I'm going to be, by the way, I'm going to be recording a live episode, a pre-recorded episode, which we hope to put out soon on with Ben, because Ben, who's one of the co-hosts, you might have seen it in some of my videos, smashed our life out of his half marathon PB again just at this weekend. So we're gonna do a recording with him to find out what he's done, how he's gone about getting his half marathon times down. So I think that'd be kind of cool for people. So if you're just joining the show now, we want to hear your most we're stealing this idea from Kafuzi. We want to hear your most underrated and most overrated running shoes. All right. Mark saying evening Tom Cruise. I'd love to have Tom Cruise's money. Hit the like button, please. Yeah, Steve's getting in there early and saying to hit the like button. Evening, Lee. Evening, Gary. Thank you, Gary, for checking on the sound and visual as always. And yes, I was rocking the shades out early doors. I'm so lucky to be able to, because I genuinely love this stuff. So it's down to you guys that I get these opportunities that I do. So thank you guys. Hi, Fordy. Me and Beth are listening. Love the shades. Hero. Namaste to you. Dino. First live show. I listen to the podcast every week. Thank you very much, Dino. We really appreciate you, firstly, listening to all the podcasts, but joining the live show as well. That's pretty cool. But yeah, we really do appreciate you tuning in live. Because as I said, this Monday show really works there for you guys. And without you, it just doesn't happen. So Mark, so this is with regards to the sunglasses, and the sun god tie up. With you on allergies, I'm the same. Always rub my eyes if no sun is on. Yeah, it's just I don't know whether I'm a sensitive little flower. Um, but yeah, it's just one of those things that affects me. So that's why I'm always in sunglasses. People go, "Oh, why are you wearing them in the winter?" Well, because yeah, I'm still suffering. Rob G just put a question in, which I'll just hit off now. Rob, thanks very much for being part of 40 Runs. Can you email in hello@40runs.com, and we will sort you out. He's asking if right. He doesn't have a 40 running group near him. So, firstly, Rob, and if anybody's listening to this, because you can all join this, we've got the Global Run group that goes out twice a week virtually. Anybody can be a part of that. You're all welcome to join that. We've got a separate Strava group for that. They go out and they do this choice of 4 different runs on a Monday and Wednesday. We really encourage everybody to get involved in that, so you're part of this movement that we've created. And in terms of the club, just let us email hello@40runs.com, and I'm sure we'll be able to figure something out for you. Moving on. Ashley's a big fan of Sun God. Love the custom. Oh yeah, that's the other thing with the Sun God's sunglasses. Actually, right, going too overboard on it, but there's a lot of customization you can do. If you're not seeing them, go and have a look. Right, do if you want, but have a look because you can really customize them quite heavily, which is really cool. Mick's here saying W. What does that mean, Mick? What does W mean? Oi oi Savalai from here, and just done 13k in the Vaporfly 2s on the Canal Towpath. Traction resolution, I bet it was. Also managed to pick up some Saucony Triumphs. Yeah, we put the video out today on the 21, Saucony Triumph 21. I would strongly recommend you probably buy the 20 over the 21. The 21 definitely feels a bit softer. Definitely. And I don't know whether it's the sock liner that's been added or changed or whatever they've done to it. But it definitely feels softer. But I do think the 20 probably offers everything you can get on the 21 for like Heron's going for £86. So it's probably worth still, I would say, grabbing Triumph 20 while you can. Great shoe, great long run shoe for people maybe who can't get on with the Nimbus because it's too hot or whatever. Yeah, I would have a look at that. Right, single Natalie do offer single often do Strava rewards for activities as well, which is great. So I would have been doing the miles anyway. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's some stuff that's like I don't know if anybody does that. And thanks, by the way. I am seeing all the overrated, underrated stuff coming in. Again, if you're joining us just a second ago, make sure you get in your most overrated and underrated shoes. Yeah, I think on Strava, some of those comps that you can sign up to if you run 5K or whatever it is, or you do 150 million miles a month, you get some. Hang on a sec. Sorted. You get some like rewards and stuff like that. I know Adidas do that. Here we go. Gavin's saying he wants the Sun God Ultras. Yeah, I've got 2 pairs of them. They're wicked. I say the good ones are good. They're cheap, but I feel like they you can feel they see that cheapness comes out later on down the line. I've not had that issue with Sun God. Steve is always wearing sunglasses. Oakley, the brand for the choice for him. He loves the Oakley glasses. Yeah, I think Speedgoat wears them actually. Oakley glasses. Mick, evening, Chris. A couple of pairs of night glasses and a pair of Oakleys, like you. I run in them, whatever the weather. Yeah, I don't think it's uncommon for runners to be in them. You really got to protect your eyes. It's really important, obviously. But Yeah, I just I live in mine, so I'm made up the fact that we've done this type. To be honest with you. Who's this? Would love a review of the Craft Nordlight Speed. I have the Speed and I have the Ultra. I think I showed them last week on the show. We've done a couple of runs in them, and I need to get some more miles in them to be able to do the review. If you're new to the channel or whatever, with in general, to do a first impressions, we try and get at least 3 runs in the shoe. Ideally, it's about 20 miles or like a week's worth of running, which is usually, I don't know, let's say 40 miles, but that's, it gives me a chance to do like 2 shoes. But the ideally it's like three runs at least. I know we do some of the first runs impressions, but I don't really like doing them like with the Mac X. I was just chasing views on YouTube, honest. But yeah, so the Nordlight Speed review will come at some point, but I do need to get some more miles. I would say straight off the back, watch your sizing. Mine came up a pinch small, just as a heads up. Right, so now we're moving on to underrated and overrated. Here we go. This is the fun bit, guys. Here we go. So again, if you're just joining, last time I say it, we've got a video coming out on, I think it's Wednesday, which is a complete rip-off of the segment that Kafuzi does on his live stream, which is most underrated, most overrated shoes. I've taken that to the extreme, and I think I'm going to upset a lot of people, which is not the intention. The intention is to give you my honest opinion. So I've asked you the same thing. So right, let's go through. So most underrated shoe from Mark is the Puma Deviate Nitro Elite version 2. Yeah, I'm with you. Most overrated is the Asics Metaspeed Sky. Yeah, that's interesting because Ben, funnily enough, he had the Metaspeed Sky Plus on at the weekend and ran a PB, and I mean he loved them. But I'm with you in the Metaspeed Sky Plus. I've done the video. Check it out. For me, it was just a bit of a shoe. Seamus, Nike overrated. I'm with you 100% on that. Watch the video. And Robinson, that was it. And Robinson. So I'm Watchdog. I should rename the channel Watchdog Runs. I am the consumer champion of the everyday runner. Oh dear, you wait until you see the upcoming video on another item. They're going to lose their minds when they see that. Overrated, the Saucony Endorphin Speed 3. That's an interesting shout, John. Okay. Underrated, Puma Deviate Nitro version 1, the Elite, version 1. I'm with you on the Puma. And I'm not surprised to see the Saucony Endorphin Speed 3 on there, to be honest. I think that may come up a bit as we move through the list tonight. Lee, all Nike shoes, most overrated for him. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Oh dear, I meant the version 1 Puma. Okay. Underrated. The New Balance Rebel 3. Now, that's a good shout. I was wearing them last week. Was it the week before? We had them out as part of the New Balance package that obviously I'm running the New York City Marathon. Thank you very much to the guys that believe in the run. Make sure you subscribe to them and the guys at New Balance. And I was doing a session in the New Balance Rebel 3. Very, very underrated shoe, actually. That's a great shoe. Great tempo shoe with all the sort of 5K shoes out there. You know, like your Adios 8s, Sakumi Sens, SC, whatever it's called, not a Racer, and that thing from Hoka that looks whatever. It's interesting that I think these sort of Rebel 3s, Razor 4s, those sort of shoes, the Hyperion from Brooks, I think they're a cheaper alternative and probably better because they're a little bit more versatile alternative to those fast 5K shoes, my view. Evening, Mark. Thank you very much. I'm going to say this name wrong, so I apologize. Ifty, thanks very much for enjoying the content. Thank you very, very much for tuning in live as well. Dermot, just done an easy 6 miles while listening to your podcast with James about strength and conditioning. Brilliant info. Definitely something I will start working on. Thanks very much. Yeah, if you've not seen that or will listen to it, we did it was ended up being 45 minutes podcast stroke video that you can watch on the channel with James Dunn, who's massive in the strength and conditioning arena. He's got a huge YouTube channel. And he was kind enough to spend some time with me. We've been trying to do it for years. And there's some really good info in there. Check it out. He talks about his Bulletproof Runners program, which we've got a discount code. Again, watch the video. There's a discount code on there to get involved in that. But it's a cracking listen to that. There's some really good value. And I took some of what he said on board and I put it into action myself. Obviously, been to the gym on a Friday. Absolutely hate the thing. But we've got to do it. What's this? Underrated Vivo Barefoot Primus Knit. Wow. Okay. I've got absolutely no idea what that is, but it sounds cool. Ian. Evening, Chris. Ian to you, Ian. Been consistently doing 10 to 12 miles since London as my long run. Would you recommend a couple of longer runs, maybe 14 to 16 before a half marathon, maybe 6 to 7 weeks out? Yeah, I think if you've been through the distance before, in terms of the half marathon distance, I would go to 14. There's nothing wrong with doing 16 if you're quite comfortable running that, but I would go up to 14, but I would really work on putting some pace into that run. That's what I would do. I'd play around with sort of 10 to 14 mile runs, and I'd really work in the goal pace in there. So I don't know, mile easy, mile 10k pace, mile easy, mile 10k pace, or like a couple of miles easy, then drop it, and then go again, or like do the last 6 miles all at target pace, something like that. I would really work on putting that speed into that longer run and really build that endurance into that longer session and really get the benefit of that. That's the workout that I would recommend for you. But you don't need to be doing 16 miles. I would recommend probably going up to like 14 or even the equivalent time of that, but just focus more on the effort level during the run. Really mix it up and dial in some of that pace through that run. I think that would benefit you a lot. Good question though. Lee Wilson, he's overrated the Pegasus. Yeah, I think the Pegasus has been overrated since version 35. Just massively overrated. Just you look at what the Sockety ride's like compared to the Pegasus. Rob G. Hi Chris, also new here and a member. Oh yeah, that was the question we went to earlier. Overrated anything Hoka. Yeah, the Mach X I think is falling into that category. There's that 5k shoe that I've got like zero interest in trying that out. Like just I've got no interest actually anymore. That said, I'll probably get like a pair arrive tomorrow. But these 5k specific shoes, I think, are a complete waste of everybody's time. They're just, what's the point of spending 160, 180 pound shoe on a shoe that's designed to run 5k? Unless that's your thing, right? Fair enough. But why not get something a little bit more versatile? It's just pointless. It's just marketing. But yeah, Hoka, I'm with you. Bondi doesn't do anything for me from Hoka. It's just, but then the Rocket X2, to be honest with you, is my favourite race day shoe. So I'm countered in that argument. So you don't ever go at me, anybody who's a big Hoka fan. Oh yeah. So how's everybody skipping getting on? If you don't watch the show on Friday, but you watch this one or listen to this one, we're doing a skipping challenge. So you got to skip for 2 minutes every day up until Hayden completes the New York City Marathon. Tag me on Instagram, FORDY_runs, or tag Long Run Show on Instagram. Show us on your stories. We'll repost those. We want you skipping for 2 minutes every day. It's going to benefit you as a runner. I'm back to sunglasses. Gav, have had several pairs of sunglasses. Cool. You sinner, as they sit on the nose with no bounce. Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's for me, it's finding glasses that don't steam up and that don't bounce. Oh, and don't cost £8 million, which some of them do. What's this? I'm loving all the underrated and overrated stuff, guys. Keep them coming. Here we go. Mark's picked up the Triumph 20 Run Shield for 80 notes. Yeah, that's a good shout. You know, that's a great shoe. The Run Shield Triumph 20. I ruined mine. I would recommend if you can pick them up, bagging them for winter. They are warm shoes, so be wary. So wait out for that one. What's this? Elliot Endures. Change your mind on the Mach X at all. Yeah, the video drops this week. The last video I was on the fence, solely and squarely getting splinters on my rear end. on the Mac X, because I think I did a first run video, which I don't like doing, and I'm honest and open. I do them purely to get views on YouTube, right? And anybody who says anything other than that, that's what they're doing it for, right? So just understand that's why they're doing it. And I shouldn't have done that because I didn't give enough of an opinion, and that's why I don't particularly like doing them. You do get a flavour for a shoe after one run. You can, especially when you're testing quite a few shoes out and you know what works for you and things like that. But that said, it's very hard to put a definitive answer down after that video. And I think I was quite open and said that I'm going to come back. And I've come back, and you need to watch the video. If you're interested in the Mark X at all, wait for that video. All right? Just wait for it. Thanks to everybody, by the way, who keeps tagging me on Instagram saying again that they've been using the Start Fitness code. You can get 10% off at startfitness.co.uk using the code FORDY-RUNS. Make sure you go to sketches.co.uk. And big news coming, by the way, the shoe socks, the pink shoe socks. Remember I said to you that Adam was after pink 40 run socks. They are incoming. I've got a sample coming in. So get excited, people. And you can get a discount. I can't remember exactly how much it is, but you can get a discount on shoe socks at the moment using the code 40 runs. So crack on with that. I think there's even the code at say. Can anyone remember what the Say Sky code is? I think it's 4015 in it. Anyone let me know? Get that in there. That'd be good. So we carry on. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. Justin from Exeter Satellite Group. What a hero. Well done. First live. Matt is first live. Managed to tune in. Thank you very much. About to retire the Nova Blast 3. Any suggestions for its successor? Don't kill me. Same shoe. Nova Blast 3. If it ain't broke. It's a cracking shoe. Why change it if it works for you? You probably get to pick them up cheaper. Unless you're looking for something, new or different, then I would go Boston 12. I think that's the pick at the moment. Boston 12 is a good shout. And again, just like using one of the codes I just gave out, Speed Coach just got a pair of Boston 12s. He picked them up. He was very impressed with himself because he got them from Wiggle and they gave him some Haribo. So he's as happy as a dog in doo-doo at the moment because he's not worried about the shoes. He's more worried about the fact that he got given Haribo in his box today. So, yeah, I would go Boston 12. It's just a cracking shoe that can soak up easy and long miles and handle those tempo runs real nice. It's got a great outsole as well. Although someone was moaning about the upper of the Boston 12 on one of my videos. I mean, really went to town on it. But I've had no issues with the upper on the Boston 12. So, yeah, crack on with the Boston 12. Mick, thank you very much. Just seen it. I will see it in a bit as well. But 4015 is definitely the Say Sky code to use. I'm going to be rocking that out when I'm off to Mallorca in a couple of weeks. Jamie, love the show. Thank you very much. After some shoe advice, let's try and help. Currently wearing the Hoka for long, easy and training in the soccer endorsement after play. Right. So which Hoka are you in? Hoka on a or 1-on-1 for long, easy half marathon training and Saucony Endorphin Speed 3 for race day speed work after a trainer to replace the shoe for the long, easy half marathon training. Yeah, like I said, I think that the Boston 12 is probably maybe that fraction firmer. It depends if you like a firm shoe or not. And we'll probably more take out this Speed 3. I would probably go with something like I just said, at the front end, the Saucony Triumph 2021 is a good shout in there. It's not overly soft, but it's soft-ish, but that's a great cruiser. Obviously, if you want something that max stack, then you've got the Skechers Max Road 6, which I appreciate it's hard to get hold of, but you've got the Nimbus 25, which has come down in price. Don't overlook the Cumulus 25 from the ASICS. I'm going to be at some point over 100 miles in them, I reckon. They're getting to the point where they're looking good. So, Cumulus is a good shout. And I think you can pick them up pretty cheap as well. And actually, I know, because you wanted something to do some of the tempo work. But yeah, the Cumulus is not a bad shout from ASICS. Fit well. Again, the upper's a little bit warm. That's the only thing. So maybe the Triumph's not a bad shout. Triumph 20, Triumph 21. Ain't going to do you harm. Evening all. Knock 40 minutes off his 30k PB in his Tempest. Tempest, yes. Let's see what the Tempest 2 uppers like. Bought the Adidas Pro 3 for my marathon in September. See what I can do. Good luck in that. I think listen to the podcast with Kafuzi and Thomas in Believe in the Run. It's really good, like really good. And they were talking about the Adios Pro 4. I won't say any more than that because I want you to listen to it. Interesting stuff. Those guys were at the running event, so they have a real insight in that. So make sure you go over and listen to that and tune into that. Gavin, Boston on my mic, and my t-shirt. Look, Boston Marathon t-shirt that Hayden got me as part of the Majors 6 t-shirt competition we're doing. Triumph 20 are smooth as butter. Took them for 10 miles on the treadmill yesterday. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 79 quid. So, Jamie, there's another one for the Triumph. So, I honestly think that's a good shout. Really good shout. FORDY tempted. Thanks, Mark. Tempted to purchase the Adios Pro 3 for London. 100%, Mark. I can't recommend that shoe enough. I think the Adios Pro 3 is still, head and shoulders above a lot of shoes out there for the marathon distance. I'd really recommend it. Sorry about that. That was just me burping live on air. I thought I was on mute. How cool is that? That'd have to come out in the edit, wouldn't it? Oh, brilliant. What a hero. Overrated hot take. Here we go. I still can't believe that wasn't on mute. That's brilliant. Overrated hot take. Nova Blast 3. Ooh, underrated Super Blast. Yes, I don't know whether the Super Blast is underrated because I put a video out and some comments on that video were all about the Super Blast. I also put a poll out and a lot of people came in with the Super Blast. So I'm not sure whether I'm not sure I would say whether that is yeah, I'm not sure whether it was underrated or not. Yeah. Okay, we'll have to come back to you on that one. Watchdog, Linfold show my age. See, Gab's Gab's on the Watchdog. I've just seen a comment coming from Mike. Yeah, at least we know it's live. Yeah. See, Speako's going to kill me on that one. The good thing is I can edit this out, but I won't be able to edit the video on YouTube, which is great. So if you watch it back, brilliant. What an absolute hero. Here we go. Jason, I'm looking for a non-plated daily trainer that I can do faster workouts in. I run, just finished with the Asics Nova Blast 3, but they're just okay for me. Hyperion from Brooks is a fast shoe, but it's firm. The Hyperion Max could be a good shoe, non-plated. Worth having a look at. Yeah, that's probably a good shout. The Hyperion Max, but just be aware that it is firm. That's the only thing I would say. Nick's saying the Pro 3 from Adidas is underrated for 5K. That's a good shout. I wonder if you do a 5K, have a go. Yeah, in the Pro 3. Elliot, been looking for a shoe. Do it all. Great outsole to run in the rain. Super Blast with Pure Grip would be freaky. Yeah, you know what I mean. That is the thing with the Super Blast. The two things that let the Super Blast down. One is its outsole. It's terrible in greasy conditions, and I mean terrible. And the other thing, it collects like rocks and boulders and just about everything. So that's the other thing that's annoying. We are going to be doing because I think he's got 350 miles in his. He's got a pair. Simon's got a pair of Super Blast. If you watch, there's some reels out, and on that reel, he's in his old Super Blast. So I would check that out because he's going to be doing I think it's 300 or 350 mile review for me on the channel of his Super Blast. It's super interesting to see the wear and tear on those. Gary, Skechers Speed Elite, yeah, great shoe. Anything for Skechers is underrated. Underrated Saucony Dolphin Pro 3 as a training shoe. Okay, yeah, I see where you're coming from. I think for those long runs with goal pace and that sort of stuff, yeah, I like where you're coming from. Random. Is it important to train to VO2 max or threshold? I'm new to this. Is it important to train to VO2 max or threshold? I think you were looking to improve your VO2 max. Are you? I don't. If you're looking to improve your VO2 max, there's loads of good workouts you can do. Or threshold. I'm new to this. Yeah, I mean, I would look to do some workouts that can increase your VO2 max, 400 repeats, things like that. And yeah, so I think that's where you're coming from. Nike, maybe I misread the question. Nike is well overrated. Randy saying, yeah, I think I tend to agree with you on that one. Pegasus 38, massively underrated as a walking shoe. Don't bother running it anymore. Yeah, that's true. How many of your running shoes are now walking shoes or garden shoes? That'd be interesting to know. Would you prefer a Nike 5K shoe or Crocs for park run? I tell you what, I don't know what to do about the Nike Ultrafly. Is my honest question for you guys. Do I get them and try them out? Honest question to you. I'm not so sure whether I need them, to be honest. I am so tempted to try them because of the Zoom X on the with the trail sort of underbelly of it with the Vibram outsole. I'd like to try them to see how they go. The Ginger Runner gave him a real good write up, and I respect his or opinion massively. So I'm tempted, but it's a lot of money. So I mean, I'm not so sure. So let me know. Do you think I should get the Ultrafly from Nike? Be very interested to know. Vomero's about to drop as well. You got some new shoes coming in from Nike. We've got the Vomero. We've got that. What's it called? The React X one. Oh, what's it? Infinity Run 4. That's it. That's coming out as well. So there's a few new Nike shoes coming out. They'll be pretty quiet this year, to be fair. What's this one? I bought a pair of Hoka Mac 5 on Friday, returned them on Saturday. I saw you review the Boston 12. Give them a try. Yeah, I think the Boston 12 is just a phenomenal shoe. It really is. It can do everything. It can literally do everything. There's nothing I don't think really, unless you're looking for some real big pace or maybe the marathon distance. You know, well, yeah, I still think you could get. Yeah, I think you could get away with it. To be honest with you, it's just a phenomenal shoe. Chuck, do you think the running market is oversaturated? Yes, I think it is. I think the running market is massively saturated. I think because of COVID, because of lockdown and the popularity of running, I think the running shoe manufacturers have gone loopy and have flooded us with a shoe for every occasion. Shoe to go to Tesco's in, shoe to run a fast 5K in, a shoe to, I don't know, go to take the kids to dance in, a shoe to run 26.1 miles. I mean, there's literally nothing that they've not thought of that they think we need. Half of them are pointless, absolutely pointless. And a lot of it comes down to actually, if you probably trained better, if you did worked on, like we just said about, doing more VO2 max increasing work. If you did, making sure you're doing a lot of your easy stuff, make sure you're more consistent, make sure you had more belief in what you're doing. All that kind of stuff can make you just a better runner than buying a specific shoe for a race distance. I think it's complete overkill, but I get why they're doing it because idiots like me are buying them. So it's chicken and egg, isn't it? So, but yes, I do think it's massively oversaturated at the moment. And a great example is these 5K racing shoes that we saw from Hoka come out the other day. And like I said, I gave the example of the other. I don't get the Adidas situation on their side of things as well. So, but I'll let you guys discuss that. Right, so I've lost my place. Where was I? Yeah, so Mick said about the 40-15. Right, so here we go on the Nike. You don't need them. I don't need any running shoes. If you go into my garage, you'll see why I don't need any running shoes. But they could be fun. But yeah, it's the price tag, isn't it? If they were like 160 quid, it'd be a no-brainer. But 200 and whatever they are, I'm a bit reluctant to suck that one up. But I am so tempted because I like to see what that Zoom X does properly over the trails. Tempted. Let me know. You guys Let me know. Let me know. Wave Rider, Mizuno Wave Rider, underrated. Fair shout. Brian's waited for the Nike Tempo 2. Yeah, there was a leak of that. I put that up on my Instagram the other day. Heron's run park run in a knackered pair of Speedgoat 4s. Actually, Speedgoat did that the other week. He ran a park run in his old Speedgoats. And still beat Sam Millage. Yes, a lot of it down there. So I said to you. Nike can't float you. No, I don't. I don't have. If we get Nike shoes, they tend to come from a retailer. Not the retailer that everybody thinks of. I'm not going to get into trouble with that one, but because I better not say it. Can't be a good boy. But yes, so we don't get Nike stuff direct. They don't supply me with shoes. If I get Nike shoes, they come usually through a retailer, or I'll buy them myself. That's how we get the Nike stuff. So yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about. Instead of reaching out and trying to source a pair, I'm thinking about just pulling the trigger on them. But I don't know. Tempted, but not tempted. Evening FORDY, I'm thinking about getting a low cushion daily trainer. A low cushion. Have a look at the Brooks Hyperion Max. Low cushion. So that could be, I mean, that's firm, but I'm guessing that's what you're looking for in terms of low cushion. I think you'll enjoy them if you like that. Or have a look, right? This is such a good shoe. And it makes the video, the Torin 7 from Ultra. Check that bad boy out. That's a cracker. There was talk of the Pegasus Turbo 3 on Reddit. Someone said they were testing it. Okay, good. That's great news because the Nature was a disaster. So you can guess where the video is going. That's coming out this week. Nike Ultrafly looks a great shoe. Whoever it's going to spend that, who's going to spend that money on a trail shoe? This is the thing, right? This shoe, £140 new from Brooks. I'm just holding up a Brooks shoe, trail shoe to the camera, the one I mentioned at the front end. But you can get good trail shoes for like 80 quid on Start Fitness, cheaper in some respects. Why would you? They're going to get absolutely destroyed. Why would you spend over £200? It's different if you're racing them like those Nikes are meant to be for in the trails. I'm not. Any races that I do are road based. Why would I need the shoe other than because I like running shoes? I'm just not sure I can bring myself to it, but I'm happy to be like peer pressured into it. Mizuno Wave Ride is so much underrated. It's not exciting, but I feel comfortable to say it. Yeah, I think it's like that. The Wave Inspire 19 is it's a fantastic sort of daily stability shoe. These Mizuno shoes, they're built up and they're traditional. I mean, just example with the Inspire, it's got loads of the plastic in there with the wave plate and all this to it. But they're comfortable and they last forever. The outsole on the Wave Inspire 19 is like a tank. I think honestly, you could probably do about 1,000,000 miles in it, and it would still look fresh. Okay, we're nearing the end, people. Underrated Mizuno Wave Rebellion Pro. Yeah, just watch your sizing, and let's finish on. Hang on. What's this? I think the Ultrafly is just for people with extra money, not judging. But if you flush with cash, but you buy the best even when you're not anywhere near it. Okay, fair enough. That's a fair comment. That's yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm not sure. I'm happy to be tempted. So, right, this was the question I was going to finish. I pressed the wrong button. Why don't you race trails? Because usually I'm in training for a road-based event. I'm not a very good trail runner. I've said that before. And I really enjoy the trails. I'm off in the trails tomorrow. I've got 10 miles planned tomorrow, trail run. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. But I'm not somebody who's very good at trail running, and I don't particularly think I would enjoy a trail race. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should try it. But yeah, I don't get me wrong. We've done some stuff, but not like trail races. But yeah, it's not really my cup of tea, as they say. Right. So I think that is it. Thank you to everybody for joining in and tuning in live. If you're listening to this as a podcast, you would have missed my world first live burp on air when I thought I was muted, which was Cool. And yeah, so check out the video. Thanks, guys, for commenting on all the underrated, overrated shoes. That video's dropping. We've got the Mac X, like I said. I'm live this Friday at 7 o'clock. We're talking about running clubs. Trying not to get myself into more trouble, which I probably will. And yeah, so that's that. Make sure you're following us on the old socials, FORDY_runs. If you if you just seen a comment from Brandon, if you've not joined the Facebook group, do that. If you've not subscribed to this channel but you're watching it live, make sure you do that before you do anything else. And yes, and thanks everybody who's listened to this as a podcast. I really appreciate it. Right, that's it from me, guys. I'm going to find the outro and I shall catch you all later.